Dell Unity Deploy 2023 exam D-UN-DY-23 exam dumps are the latest version in the whole market, which can make sure you pass the test in the first attempt. 1. What actions can an administrator take on an existing file system from its Properties page? A. Different pool can be selected. B. Size can be expanded or shrunk. C. Assigned, has server can be deleted. D. Format can be changed to UFS-32. 2. Which system services can be configured from the Users and Groups section of the Unisphere settings window? A. Manage Active Directory integration. B. Enable Unix directory services. C. Configure LDAP server credentials. D. Enable Unix identity resolving via local files. 3. Which FastVP operation can be performed from the System Settings window? A. Modify data relocation schedule. B. Delete snapshots from the tier. C. Cancel data relocation operations. D. Manually start data relocation. 4. What happens when the user performs the compress now operation? A. Data is immediately compressed at its current location. B. LUN is copied to a user-selected pool and the data is compressed. C. Data is compressed by creating a move session to the LUN within a user-selected pool. D. Data is compressed by creating a move session to a LUN within the same pool. 5. What is the role of protocol endpoints in Dell EMC Unity VMware storage provisioning? A. Enable transparent host attach operations to snapshots of VVOI data stores. B. Manage host I/O workload balance between multiple paths to the VMware data stores. C. Provide a write consistent view to the host when accessing multiple VMware data stores. D. Establish a data path between the SG host and the respective VVOI data stores. 6. When a manual snapshot of a file system is created, what items are required for its configuration? A. Description, retention policy, and schedule. B. Retention policy, access type, and schedule. C. Name, description, and access type. D. Name, retention policy, and access type. 7. What is the sequence of steps that must be executed to implement IP multi-tenancy in a Unity system? A. Create a NAS server tour each tenant create file systems and shares for each tenant add tenants and associate to the NAS servers. B. Create file systems and shares for each tenant configure host access for the tenants shares add tenants to the Unity system. C. Add tenants to the Unity system create a NAS server for each tenant create file systems and shares for each tenant. D. Associate tenants with existing NAS servers create file systems and shares for each tenant configure host access for the tenant's shares. 8. What is a consideration when implementing a thin clone on a Dell EMC Unity array? A. Thin clone is only supported on physical Dell EMC Unity systems. B. Thin clone can be expanded independently from the base LUN. C. Thin clone can be created directly from the base LUN. D. Data reduction can be enabled independently on source LUN and on thin clone. 9. What is the purpose of protocol endpoints when provisioning Dell EMC Unity XTV volume data stores to VMware SG hosts? A. Create data path between the SG host and a vVolume data store. B. Define storage policies for virtual machines. C. Provision storage for vVolume data stores. D. Determine the least recently used path to the storage array. 10. What is a consideration when implementing a thin clone on a Dell EMC Unity XT array? A. Thin clone can be expanded independently from the base LUN. B. Thin clone can be created directly from the base LUN. C. Data reduction can be enabled independently on source LUN and on thin clone. D. Thin clone is only supported on Dell EMC Unity XT systems.